I'm the Slasher Movie Reviewer, and this is my review of The Hush Hush Project by J.J. Abrams. Fortunately, the project was hush hush, and I'm going to continue to keep this hush hush. I'm not going to say much about what it's about, but in Super 8, what I will say is that we follow Joe and his friends, and they're making a zombie movie. And then one night they snuck out of the house. They're right there in the middle of this huge, massive train crash, and they catch it on the camera. They catch something on the camera, and now the military, everybody is taking over, and this film takes place back in 1979. This is supposed to be an homage of Steven Spielberg classic films, and you can definitely feel it through this film. There's a lot. This Super 8 can best be described as, and everybody's describing in different ways, but to me, I got Close Encounters of a Third Kind with a little E.T., the characters of the Goonies, and Cloverfield, the more modern day Cloverfield. Throw in a modern day movie. It's got that stuff, and there is a little bit of Jurassic Park in this. There's a scene in this film where it plays homage to Jurassic Park, which I must say is probably my Steven Spielberg childhood movie. I remember when that movie came out, I watched it so many times, and I still watch the movie. I think that might have been like my childhood movie, was Jurassic Park, because I watched it so freaking much. I remember that, and what else was a movie? Yeah, all I knew is I remember that movie was Beast. Super 8 is directed by J.J. Abrams, who gave us the Star Trek remake, and he did Cloverfield, and the person who did the creature design for Cloverfield also did the design for Super 8, and I must say they did a really good job. In Super 8, what makes Super 8 so good is the same reason that made all of Steven Spielberg's films so good. It's such a good, entertaining movie to watch. Like, you care about the characters, and that's the biggest thing Super 8 has going for it. I had so much fun, and I felt like I was a child again, and I care for these characters, not like I'd care for characters in an action movie before. You know, it felt like I was back in the early 80s, well, even though I wasn't born in the 80s, but it felt like an early 80s, late 70s film, and it was just so immersive and so captivating all throughout it. By the time the credits roll, it was like I was snapped back, and it was like I won't say I was snapped back into reality. It was just like it felt strange, because it was like I'm coming back to it, even though I was just leaving some dimension. 2011 is proving to be a much better year than 2010, and I have to say Super 8 by far is the best film I've seen this year. I mean, it's fantastic. You can go and you can take your family. You can definitely grab some popcorn for this film. This is a summer popcorn flick. You're going to feel transported into a whole new decade. Well, more like transported back to a previous decade. And the action is insane. The train wreck scene is so freaking cool, and it's loud. I don't want to say it's loud to the point where that it's like Transformers Revenge of the Fallen loud, but it's loud and it's chaotic, and I mean that train wreck scene is just so freaking awesome. Even though the train wreck scene is so freaking awesome, it is a little implausible. You know, it really could never happen. I mean, and although the film feels very realistic, it's so cool, and it's just so freaking awesome. I want to see it again. I can't wait to buy this film on Blu-ray. I mean, this movie I was so hyped up to see it, and it delivered. It's by far the best film of the year, even though the train wreck scene is so freaking awesome. It is a little implausible, but besides that, I have no flaws with this film. Absolutely no flaws with it. This film is so much good. It's definitely the best film of the year. You have to go check out this film. You have to go check it out. It's so great. Grab your family, your friends, everybody. Go see Super 8. Go see Super 8. Super 8 is going to get a 4.5 out of 5. It's such a good film. Go see this film. It's definitely going to be one of my favorite films of the year. I love Super 8. There's a lot of great moments. There's some instant classics moments in this film. This film I think will be a classic. It will remain as a classic, and it's the closest thing you'll get to a Steven Spielberg film. And go see this film. This film is so good. So good. Go see it. I'm the Slasher Movie Reviewer, and you've just been slashed.